Jake Paul, the controversial YouTuber-turned-boxer, has dropped a bombshell by announcing his departure from boxing and signing as an MMA fighter with the Professional Fighters League, PFL. This decision has sent shockwaves through the sports world, with boxing experts expressing their disapproval and skepticism. Paul's reputation in the boxing world has already been tarnished due to his glorified scripted matches, which he dared to call fights. His lack of skill and credibility has led to no sponsor wanting to associate with him. Despite this, he has decided to switch to MMA, where the standards are lower, and he can cash in on his Instagram followers. The PFL, still trying to find its footing, handed Paul a multi-million-dollar deal, not because of his skills, but because of his social media following. The league's founder, Don Davis, admitted that Paul's main value is as a walking billboard, rather than as a fighter. Paul's job is to get eyeballs on screens, not wins on his record. Paul's move to MMA is a calculated one, aimed at maximizing profit, not challenging himself athletically. He is more of a businessman than a fighter, and this move has everything to do with his bank account. Paul reportedly makes over $30 million a year from his ventures, and his move to MMA is just another way to milk his social media fame for all it's worth. Boxing experts have criticized Paul for his lack of footwork and his inability to hack it in boxing. By moving to MMA, he is sidestepping the heat and avoiding any serious competition. MMA, with its lower expectations for crossover stars, is the perfect playground for Paul to keep pretending he's a real athlete, without having to face any serious competition. Paul's debut in MMA is supposed to happen in late 2025, which gives him almost 2 years to prepare. This delay has led critics to speculate that Paul is running from the mounting pressure to face actual boxers. MMA offers him an escape hatch where he can play the new guy card, while dodging any real accountability. Paul's entire boxing career has been like a bad prank that went on for far too long. He has dodged real competition, carefully selecting opponents that he knows he can beat. Critics have called him out for cherry-picking opponents, handpicking people he knows he can beat or at least people who won't embarrass him too badly. Despite his trash talk, Jake's actions scream cowardice. He loves to act like he's some kind of revolutionary in the sport, but his actions say otherwise. Jake Paul isn't here for the grind, the sweat, or the glory. He's here to cash checks and post highlight reels. The real tragedy here isn't just Jake Paul, but what he's doing to boxing. By turning the sport into his personal reality show, he's dragging down its credibility. For every headline he generates, he chips away at the integrity of a sport that's built on grit, discipline, and respect. Fans are fed up, and experts are right to say that Jake Paul isn't leaving boxing. He's leaving the spotlight of real challenges. In conclusion, Jake Paul's move to MMA is a calculated one, aimed at maximizing profit, not challenging himself athletically. Paul's entire boxing career has been like a bad prank, and his actions scream cowardice. The real tragedy here is what he's doing to boxing, dragging down its credibility and chipping away at its